Today we're going to be talking about Vlad Jr. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about him, but we're going to talk about him anyways. He makes his debut, but there's other prospects too we're going to mention. And our biggest surprises so far in the first month. This is Two Dudes and a Bro.
3 innings in a row where every out has been a strikeout.
What's up, dudes? How we doing?
Good. It's been a while.
Well, gentlemen. Good to see you.
How are you doing after the hiatus? Did you waking up refreshed?
Nice and refreshed.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Nice.
Refreshed. Just got back from New Orleans Jazz Festival. Had a jolly time. Highly recommend.
All right.
Got some sun.
Got some sun.
When is New Orleans getting a baseball team?
Not soon enough.
Yeah.
Not soon enough. I'm not sure.
I mean, we'll see. So, guys, as always, this episode is sponsored by my YouTube page, Life of Baseball Bro. Go give me a follow. All those links will be in the description. This wouldn't be possible without that. So, yeah, just got to plug it.
Come on, guys.
Just got to throw
Plug
it
it
in.
in.
Plug. Throw it the
Give
plug.
them some love.
Show me some love, boys. But let's talk about no messing around, no BS, straight to the point. Vladdy Jr. Now, I've only seen this 800 times across all different formats. MLB Network just went nuts the minute he got called up. They made this big old picture of him in Toronto, like, your savior's here, Jesus. He's coming to Toronto. He's going to save this franchise. But he hasn't been doing so hot. As of now, as of today, was it Wednesday, May 1st. Welcome to May, by the way.
Thank you.
He's 3 for 14 on the year with no runs, RBIs, or home runs. But in the minors, 2019, he had 367 with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. Career 331 hitter in the minors in 2018, had a monster season. 381 average, 20 home runs, 78 RBIs, and a 636 slugging percentage in 95 games. Now, here's the big question. Are we worried about this slow start so far?
I'm not too worried at all. This guy is playing in his 5th game tonight, and he is the most hyped prospect since Bryce Harper.
Yeah, it was weird when he got called up. The MLB just would not stop talking about it. And you get it. If he's the next big star, but you haven't seen that for anyone else besides maybe Harper when he first came up.
Yeah.
Even Acuna was not as big
Not
as
that
this.
high.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. I would be a little nervous if I was him, of course, but his dad is such a legend himself, Vladdy Guerrero, and he's already getting love from so many of the players that are already established. They're coming up to him before the games, introducing themselves to him, which was pretty cool, I thought.
There's something to be said about someone who literally has grown up in the game, in the spotlight, such as himself. I mean, you see photos of him as a baby.
A little pudgy baby.
Yeah, a little pudgy guy.
Low-key thick. I love
Yeah.
it. It's my favorite part.
We saw him bat and clean up, since day one.
Yeah,
He's got
exactly.
a base.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Vladdy Jr. He'll figure it out. He was put up way too good of numbers in the minors to not eventually come through.
And he's just got such a powerful swing.
Yeah.
There's no way that
I think we're all excited for him to get going.
Exactly.
Once he finds that first home run, once it comes, I think they're just going to start flowing.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a little nervous finally getting the call to the big leagues
Yeah.
after having to serve some time earlier this year. So
I mean, as always, though, I don't think he's going to be as big as everyone's hyping him out to be in the first year.
Okay,
Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's necessarily going to win Rookie of the Year this year. That's a bold prediction on my end. I know. However,
Think of how hyped he is. If that's your bold prediction, that he's not going to win Rookie of the Year,
That's pretty
that's how much
crazy.
weight is on his
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
That's exactly. But, I feel like he is really young. 20 years old, guys. 20 years old. He's coming in, and there's so much expectation that the minute, he's struggling now, the minute that people stop, having faith in him, they're going to start, cursing his name and stuff like that. And Toronto's a, crazy fan base.
yeah, that's one of the things I think that's adding to the pressure is that he plays in Canada, which has only one team, and he's their chosen boy.
Exactly.
It's the whole
dude.
country behind him.
It's kind of like they're the Yankee fans of Canada, pretty much.
Yeah.
No offense to Toronto, people who live in Toronto or anything. It's a great city. I've been there. I've been to the stadium. It's beautiful. I loved it. I love the energy you guys feel. But, dude, the stadium shakes when they get rowdy. it's nuts over there, you know?
There's nothing better than Canada Day. It might have already happened, but Canada Day, everyone's off in Canada, and the Toronto Blue Jays play at like 10 a.m. The roof is always open, and the stadium's
wild.
packed. It's crazy. It's one of my favorite
Canada
games
Day?
to watch.
That's
we
right.
got to watch that one.
Yeah,
It's
jeez.
it's a great day.
Wait, do you know when it is?
I don't. I'll have to look it up. But
Huh.
in the comments, let us know when Canada Day is so we can make sure to watch that game.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. It's just once those Canadian fans lose faith in him, he's gonna maybe get in his head a little bit. I mean, dude, I saw him next to. Did you see him meet Drake?
Oh, Drake
At the
Drake
the
blessed him, you
Raptors.
know.
That means he's cursed.
Yeah, dude.
Well, his blessing, but yeah, in translation, he's cursed.
That's why he's gotten off to such a slow start.
Yeah,
Maybe
dude.
you're right. Maybe I think you're onto something.
But yeah, what I was trying to say is that he still looks like a child, dude. Like he probably legitimately was like starstruck meeting Drake and stuff like that. And
I'm
this
sure.
dude is like the most hyped prospect, future face of the MLB, and he's just like, you know, just like almost like a little kid who's
Well, he's got
mom
that. He's got the
to-
swag. He's a swaggy prospect. We've all known him. We all see him. He's got the the dreadlocks. He's got the sweatbands. He's looking good out there. Swing is sexy.
Yeah.
And he's just got that
Beefy.
hype, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited for him.
Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna turn it on. It's only a matter of time. But there's something to be said too, where like he's trying to figure out the league. It's his first go around. He's probably starstruck as well. So the slow start is probably expected. But with this kind of hype, the Toronto fans will be waiting for him.
All right, I got a question for both of you. Over under 25 home runs.
Under 100%.
25 is a lot. I'm gonna go over. Balls are
Okay.
juiced. He's
I like
got,
it, I
look,
like
he,
it.
he probably hit 25 last year in
He had
AAA. and
20.
lost
He had 20 in 90 games.
90 games, so he's gonna probably play double the amount of games. I think 25 is in reach.
Yeah, I think it's doable.
You think it's doable?
I think
Yeah.
that's probably right on the edge. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I think
It's not
I think-
crazy,
I think you might get to 20.
but
Maybe.
but 5 more is just impossible, guys.
No.
Right? What?
But that's like the ceiling in my opinion is 20 home runs.
That
He's
was-
facing harder competition. He's played 1 year in AAA.
But we've seen so many young players come into the leagues and have success right away. Like I mean, we can name 10 to 15 to 20 off
But
the top of our heads.
the
right now.
only ones like that I think personally is Juan Soto that you could compare him to because he's
Yeah,
the only like
Acuna.
teenager. But Acuna was like 21, 22. He's a couple of years make a difference, man. I was not the same player that I was when I was playing when I was
Drafted by the
19.
Dodgers.
Yeah, exactly. when I was when I was 19 to when I was like 21.
Well,
you
at
know,
least
Yeah, you
one
mature.
thing.
you get stronger, you get bigger, you mature.
Well, one thing Vlad Jr. doesn't have to worry about is getting any bigger.
Yeah.
He's thick right now. He's ready to
He looks
hit
like a
bunch of home
Pablo
runs.
Sandoval, you know,
Yeah.
already.
That's true. That's true. Maybe I'm wrong, guys. I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
We'll see.
Let's talk about some other prospects though, because there's a lot of guys that went overlooked because of Vlad Jr.
Yeah.
that popped in. You have anyone for
Yeah,
us?
yeah, I got one right off the bat. He actually just got called up this week, and he got way overlooked because of Vlad Jr.'s. But it's a pitcher on the Angels, Griffin Canning. He
Okay.
just got called up. He was a second-round pick in 2017, so he's he's a top prospect. He was
Yeah.
a second-round pick. The Angels have zero starting pitching depth right now. They actually haven't had it in about like 5 years. So they need someone to come in and eat up some innings. But he had a .56 ERA in AAA this year in 3 starts. And he struck out 6 in his debut a couple days ago in the MLB. So he's a top prospect. Keep your eye on him. If you need like a streaming option coming up, he's a stud. Pick him up when you can. If he's not already scooped up. I think he's scooped up in our league already.
Yeah, Hunter
For my surprise player,
or prospect.
prospect, okay, this is a guy we all know, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Mm-hmm.
You can say what you want, but he's lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
And I think my belief behind this is because he got the start day one. At shortstop, he didn't have to wait his 2 weeks or whatever it is
Yeah.
for someone, to have another year of control of them.
Yeah,
And I think that gave him
They gave
confidence
him
to go
faith.
into the year and get him rolling off the bat. He's batting .300, 6 home runs, 13 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases. He just went on the IL, which is a little depressing because I own him. But the guy's playing out of his mind. He's living up to the hype and, Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
You can kind of see the contrast when Tatis getting called up right away, just like saying, "Hey, just go do you. You're playing
Yeah.
every day.
We
Don't worry
trust
about
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Vlad Jr. holding him down, trying to get more service time. You call him up now, he's like
On the
I
spot.
I got to produce.
To
Yeah.
the Blue Jays' defense, though, he was hurt They almost did a little.
Vladdy
No,
was?
he was
Yeah.
hurt.
He was.
Like the story.
I
Guy's a bowling ball. He's not getting hurt.
mean, regardless, they were gonna keep him down.
Yeah.
But that gave him a very nice
But that
out. Yeah.
gave him an easy we can't even bring him up because he's hurt. So why? But
Mm-hmm.
regardless, they didn't bring him up right away. They had him play in AAA for a little bit and then brought him up. My prospect. Now, see, me talking all this crap about Vlad Jr. and then my prospect isn't doing so hot right now. His name's Cole Tucker. He's on the Pirates. He's a shortstop, first round draft pick, 2014. Dude's lanky, 22 years old. From what I've seen, he's having good at bats, making hard contact. Homered his debut, but he's right now hitting .231 with a home run, 2 RBIs. But in the minors in 2019, .333 average, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. I think give him a couple more weeks, and he's going to mature into a nice piece for the Pirates. A surprisingly good team
Is
over
this
there.
the guy with the nice long
the
locks?
flow.
The flow.
Oh, yeah.
This guy,
Maybe MLB's best hair guys.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Weigh in on that.
Yeah, give your picks. Who's contending with this guy? I don't know. He's got the flow. He kind of looks like who's the dude that's like the crazy long hair guy in The Simpsons? Do you know what I'm talking about? Any Simpsons fans?
I'm not a Simpsons guy.
Not a Simpsons guy.
But you bring up a good point that he's having good at bats, even though the numbers aren't there. Because baseball is such like a random game. If you watch like 10 or you play 10 games, anything can happen. But that's what I like to see. I like to watch my guys. See, okay, how are they looking in the box? Are they comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
And then if they're putting good swings on the ball, eventually they're going to put up the numbers.
Yes. I mean, you could hit the best 220 average, but it's like every single ball you hit is like a hard line drive at a fielder. And as a player, you should sit back and be like,
Just wait, be patient.
I just gotta keep doing it,
Yeah.
and eventually they're gonna they're gonna happen. And I think this guy, from what I've seen, hitting a lot of hard contact. He has a good approach at the plate, and he's just a physical dude. Like, he's lanky, tall.
Do we know if he's up for good, or is it because I think he originally got called up?
He's a
Mercer,
replacement.
Mercer got hurt.
Yeah. Well, not
had a
only
few
Mercer,
injuries,
but the other guy that was the backup for him was involved in the collision on Marte.
Because they didn't want to bring Cole up so soon.
No.
I was doing a little research, and they did not want to bring him up this soon, but back-to-back injuries with their backup shortstops.
Yeah.
So, forces him on the spot, but
I mean, dude, the
he's
dude's
playing
one
well.
of the top prospects, and I don't see why they would send him back down if you've already brought him up.
Yeah,
I feel like once you brought him up, it's like,
you broke him in.
it's okay.
Yeah,
he's on our team now.
If he plays his way onto the team too, and he's a 2014 draft pick.
High school though. So
he was out of high school.
Yeah.
Got it. Makes
Yeah.
sense. All right.
he's still young.
Yeah.
There is a possibility of him getting sent down. I'm not saying this guy's the best rookie.
But he looks good so far.
But what I've been seeing, I think this is why he's getting consistent playing time. They had him leading off in his debut. Like, he leads off against lefties.
That's nice.
Lower in the lineup against righties. He I don't know. I think he's a stud. So that's
fair.
my guy.
We'll keep him in mind.
Yeah. Now let's just talk and switch over to a little reflection. Not so much seeing into the future, but looking on the past. What's been the biggest surprise of the month? May's here. First month of baseball's in the books.
Yeah.
A lot of things have happened, but Hunter, let's start with you. What's your biggest surprise so far?
I'm going to go with a player.
Okay.
And this isn't probably the biggest surprise of the year, but to me, it's considering where the Orioles are.
Mm-hmm.
They've won a few games.
Yeah.
Still not playing great. But you wouldn't know this guy's name before. Dwight Smith Jr. Batting .275, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. So this is his first full year in the MLB.
Like a starter
type
role.
role, yeah. Third year, though, of service. And he's playing really well for the Orioles. He's getting production. Trey Mancini can kind of take a little breath. He's not the only hitter on the team.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest surprise. I mean, this guy's coming out of nowhere and putting up some serious numbers in the first quarter of baseball.
Just looks desperate.
Yeah, on a team that has no one else.
Yeah, exactly.
But Dwight Smith Jr. He really shocked me this month, and he's playing great ball.
I haven't heard about that guy until this year. So that's a huge surprise that he's actually putting up numbers and producing. And he's going to get playing time at the Orioles if he keeps playing.
Absolutely.
I mean, no matter what, he's going to get playing time, actually.
Good or bad.
Yeah, they need bodies.
They need guys.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're hitting over 200? You're on the team. You're starting.
Exactly.
Get out there,
Did
kid.
you play high school ball? All right, give it a try.
You know what this is? That's a ball coach. Okay, get on the mound.
All right,
baby.
you made this hard.
Get ready to go. I got a surprise as well. My surprise, I'm going to switch over to the team that's performing well. It's the Yankees. They had about their whole starting lineup go down to injuries, and they're somehow playing even better without them. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They swept the Giants. Listen to their starting lineup. They had Ursula at third, Maben in right field, Talkman in left.
Maben was a last minute signing
just
too.
signed him.
Yeah.
Ford at first, Romine at catcher.
Oh, gosh.
And they're somehow playing. I mean, it's all Luke Voit. I'll give you some numbers. Luke Voit is AL MVP candidate right now.
Jeez.
Where is he at? Okay. He's had like 6 bombs, 20 RBIs, 26 RBIs, and I think he's been on base 41 straight games or something.
Isn't that crazy how baseball works? Last year, Luke Voit was the odd man out on the Yankees, kind of the prove it, having a good little stretch. Like, is he going to be the guy next year? Or is he going to be like the starting guy next year? And then this year, he's the guy right now. That's how crazy baseball is.
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean,
the
dude, on the
starters.
Cardinals, he could not figure it out at all. Comes in the Yankees, new team, boom.
New
Sometimes
team,
it
bigger
just-
chain.
Yeah, just I saw him put together a at bat against Trinan last year in the wild card game. I'm not sure if you remember this, but that was the best closer in the game at the time, and he laid off some really good pitches, and then he made one mistake. Trinan made one mistake, left it over the plate, Abo Taco. I was like, dude, this guy's legit, and it's weird because it's like, how is this guy not on anyone's radar, and he's doing this
Out of nowhere in a big situation.
Yeah, to Trinan, one of the
And now he's got the
nastiest
Yankees
guys on his back.
And they're going to have, when these guys come back from injury, I don't know what they're going to do. Like when Didi comes back, LeMahieu's playing out of his mind. He just got hurt too.
Tulo, Gary Sanchez, the entire team.
Aaron Judge.
Hicks, Judge, Stan. They have a whole
50,
outfield on the DL. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to
Clint Frazier.
Kansas, Severino.
Yeah.
Guys, we could go on.
It's crazy. So they're playing better without those guys. I think they're going to have a good problem that they're going to have to figure out who to play, but it's actually going to be a legit problem.
And when they start demoting players, they're going to end up demoting the whole team that's starting right now.
Yeah,
for the most
they
part.
have to send everyone
have
down.
to.
Like 7 or 8 guys that are all starters right now are going to be demoted. That'll be fun to watch.
Dude, we've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
Ever. At least when I've been a fan.
Dodgers have had injury history in the past where we've had 5 or 6.
But they manipulate so well that we know.
Give credit to the Yankees. That's what they've done, and they've been winning games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sorry to cut you off there. My biggest surprise, speaking of the Dodgers, Bellinger. What the heck, dude? Who is this guy? Where did he come from? Dude, barely was debatably a bust last year. A fluke 39 home run rookie campaign.
I would like
last
to say
year couldn't
sophomore
figure it
slump.
out. Yeah, but now what is he do? Leading in every single category. Here's some crazy stats. Most RBIs in April in MLB history ever. In 0-2 counts, batting 350.
Wow.
Beautiful.
350, dude.
It's a great eye.
That's 5th in the MLB. And it's in 0-2 counts.
Jesus.
Coming from a guy who was missing bats or was missing balls last year, striking out all the time. And it's just 2019, he's just I'm going to grow a beard and I'm going to be a man. And I'm going to hit like one.
Yeah.
And
we're
it's crazy.
We're a full month in. You could be okay, he's not going to put it out. He's not going to keep doing it.
When's he going to slow down?
He keeps doing it. We're a month in. That's a pretty
Batting
big sample size.
425, and
oh
that's
my
pretty
God.
intense.
The guy just can't slow down. And from Dodger fans, we can say we've seen Bellinger when he just has no idea
What's going on out there. But
there were times, and then somehow he figured it out.
Yeah, dude.
I-
I'm a Dodger fan.
Yeah.
We're all Dodger fans. If it's not clear, you're not a fan of the
If you're a
show.
fan of baseball, you're watching this because you're a fan of baseball.
Yeah.
And then if you're watching this, that means you've probably seen Cody Bellinger take some at-bats. And if you have, just watch him, his approach. And I feel pitch by pitch, he just gets better in the at-bat. He knows what's coming. He has a pitch selection. He has something in his mind.
Yeah, dude. He knows his swing
And
so well.
and
He knows his weaknesses.
He's laying off those pitches in the dirt now.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking sweet.
Yeah, man. I've never been a fan of players that are funky. I never like a funky player. I like well-rounded players like, Jose Altuve, Mike Trout. The lefty swings, everyone's like, oh, they're beautiful. I think, like, if you got, like, a crazy Bellinger swing where you're, like, two-arming it to left field, but inside you're, like, super long and dropping the bat and stuff. I don't like those,
Yeah.
But the guy knows his swing, he knows his strengths, and he capitalizes it. I don't know what's going on in that mind of his, but he's doing a great job. That's why I think it's a big surprise for me.
It's a beautiful swing.
And not only, so we touched on his batting, but he robbed a home run the other day. He threw out someone at third. He's one of the fastest players I've ever seen. So he's literally a 5'2" player. Like,
He's got a cannon. Yeah, he's been throwing people out left and right.
Yeah.
He's like Yelich-esque
Yeah,
right now.
it's going to be a fun MVP race.
Yelich is Bellinger.
What is it, guys? I don't know. All right, guys. Now for our question of the day. For the real ones. That's what I like to call the question of the day for the real ones. If you lasted this long, what prospect do you want on your team? If you're going to start a team right now, which one would you have on it? Now, it could be a two-parter. Same answer for each or different answers for this year and for the long term. So you could have, Vladdy Jr.
Yeah.
for this year, and then long term you'd want someone like Carter Kaboom, that guy, whatever his name is.
Boom.
Kai Boom. How do you pronounce that, dude?
Kai Boom, Kaboom.
That guy was bred for the
Buffoon.
majors, dude.
Yeah, he
for
was.
this year.
How many
for this
announcers right
time.
now are just, when he hits a bomb, are just going to lose their mind?
Yeah.
And the Kaboom!
And he goes kaboom!
Yeah, that's going to get old quick, but it'll be fun for the Met.
Just like Story and Judge, how they lost their
Yeah,
minds. What a
yeah,
story!
yep.
Oh, Judge's court's in session.
Yes.
Here comes the judge.
Non-stop.
Yeah, dude, all day. It would be like a 2-year thing, probably a 3-year thing.
Probably.
But let's go around. Let's go around the table. We got one more.
All right.
Got a little time. Ethan.
Prospect right now, I don't know if you would still consider him a prospect, but yeah, I guess he is. Pete Alonso.
Okay.
He's still a rookie this year.
Yeah.
But he's
prospect.
gonna win Rookie of the Year in the NL, no doubt about it. You can book that right now.
Tatis.
Jeez. There's
Uh,
a lot of
It'll be
sexy
close.
prospects
It'll
right
be
now.
close.
You know what? We'll screw Tatis as he's in San Diego, and Pete Alonso's in New York. Pete Alonso, some people are calling him the Man Bear Pig. He's
Oh,
got
I love that nickname.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard that.
He's got
Man Bear Pig.
He's got 9 bombs, 26 ribbies, and he is a lock for Rookie of the Year.
Jeez.
So
He
that's-
is making an immediate impact,
Yeah.
Hunter. Or long term.
So long term, probably Vladdy Jr. Just because he's gonna figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
He's the best prospect in baseball, so why not? I'll scoop him first.
Yeah, why not?
Fair enough. I'm going to go with my boy getting called up this Friday. I'm pretty sure. Nick Senzel, Cincinnati Reds, third baseman. Guy's a stud. He was supposed to make the team opening day, but we all know how that goes with service time and having to add on an extra year. Brutal, but this Friday it's looking like he's going to make his start, so I'm excited. I think he's a stud. He's going to also have outfield eligibility, I believe.
He's a great hitter.
Yeah, he's actually gonna. He's a third baseman, but with the way the Reds lineup is, that he's gonna be their starting center fielder.
Yeah.
So he'll get that outfield eligibility.
That'll be nice. I'm
Great for
excited to watch
fantasy.
him.
Yeah.
So pick him up if you haven't yet, guys, in your leagues. That's my guy right now.
Dang, Ethan, I'm probably going to have to steal your answer. I mean, I shouldn't have had you gone first. I should have gone
yeah,
first so that I
exactly.
could make it feel like
Lesson
you're taking
learned.
from me.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Pete Alonso and Vlad Jr. Pete Alonso is just like
Sure.
unconscious right now. Like the dude has been probably one of the most underrated / overrated. I don't know how he could be both, but he is. Like, everyone was talking about him, but no one really took him seriously. You know what I mean?
But now that he is doing like what they talked about, they're not really,
They're not
bringing
really
him up as
blowing
much
it
as
up.
they should, right?
Yeah,
That's
dude,
what I
yeah.
think you're trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like when he was gonna break in, everyone was like, "Oh, this guy had the hardest hit balls in the minor leagues
Alex
last
Cora,
year.
hottest hitter at spring training.
Yeah, hottest hitter at spring training. Oh, he's the legit. He's the real deal." Now he's got 9 home runs, dude, as a rookie,
Yeah.
and no one's saying a word about him. Like, I haven't seen anything about this guy, like, ever. It's like almost like, okay, he's lived up to the hype. Now let's stop talking about him.
Yeah.
There's other people. Let's move on. You know?
So Mets people are definitely loving it, but you're right. The MLB needs to be pushing this guy more. Like, I mean, you can push Vladdy all you want. He's a great story. His dad was the original Vladdy, but I mean, Pete Alonso is the better player right now. For
Yeah,
sure.
and he's like a cool guy too. Like I follow him on Twitter, and he tweets cool stuff, like funny things. You know, I remember he tweeted this GIF. It's like watching the whole team rake while I go for 4, and it's like it's like him eating popcorn, or like a dude eating popcorn or something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, like he like makes light of things and stuff like that.
He's a good clubhouse guy.
Yeah, he's a great clubhouse guy. Dude.
That's what
have
you
fun
need.
over there in New York. That's it for the video, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe always, and go follow us on our respective platforms. We'll see you guys next time. You got any last words, dudes?
Enjoy the weekend, guys. Watch some baseball. Comment. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, we're officially into May, which means the season's in full swing, and we got some summer baseball coming up. So.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Young and dumb, thought you were the one. Running through my mind, got me on some. Every single night in my feelings. Got my feelings all started healing. Now I know I'm better off. Take your lies and put them in a car.